Yeah, let me just say a word about the Indian participation in the march. You know, we left from the campus, and I was part, and Kafra Kambo and Daga and all these fellas were in front, and the rest of us were, in the crowd. Marched from here on the campus and walked on the southern main road. My mother is from Beokal, which is about half an hour. It's not on the main road, but it's one in this a swamp off the main road. And Bades had ordered the fellows in the village. They're all my relatives. They're all my mother's nephews and nieces and so on. And he had told them that you can't allow this march to take place through Caroni. They're going to rape your daughters and this kind of fear. And I had to go in the village and tell them, look, I in the march, boy. I is one of the leaders. Say, you, cause no man, stay away. Because you're all there with guns. He put them with guns. Let me tell you this, they're with guns on both sides of the road, what is now the new highway and so on. These fellows are with guns in the highway, and they say once the niggas start to react, you all know what to do. So I say, I there with them too, boy. You go shoot me. Say, yeah, cause if we have to. so that was the orders that these fellows were given. And when we were going, I mean, and I there, and I see a hand up there in the cane. Well, I know it's one of my family. Give him a right and said, you don't worry. And again, Paramasad had done the work before. He had gone into all the villages along the road, not Beokal, which is off the road, and had really conscientized those people. So you would be surprised with the number of old Indian women and men and coming out it with water, giving us sweet drink because it was a very hot day, and giving us, support continuously. So in that way, they were prepared to stand against Badis because they understood, and it was being said all the time. The big banner in front was Indians and Africans unite. No, right, okay. So and then the reception was really very good, and then we ended up in Kuva. And then later on in Shagon, as I said, when people didn't have a place to sleep, the Indian people were going to African brothers and they said, come by me, if you could be in a movement, so well, always one. So that there was not the kind of hostility, and it was one of the best marches I ever went to. I didn't come home that night before about 12 o'clock. We decided to walk back from Kuva because everybody was so euphoric. And then another march was planned, the same kind of Afro-Indian solidarity, into Port of Spain. And William put his foot down.
April 21st.
Put his foot down. He said, look, this one was so successful. I know these people have a history of antagonism, Indian like Cooley and vice. But here it was just the opposite. That's why I said it was such a tremendous time to be around. And Kafra and the others said, well, since that was so successful, let's have one. And Williams now is totally scared. And Badis is his partner. At one time, Williams and Badis were ad unum. So they said, we can't allow this thing to come. And that is when all these fellas were taken. And years afterwards, Badis called me. He said, you little son of a bitch, you know why he arrest you? You know why he arrest you? I said, well, I ain't no Baba. And Baba talking about Baba have a gun while he talking to me. He has a gun on the table. So you would not respond. I'm telling you something that happened there. He talked to him and he had a gun there. So how you expect me to respond? He said, boy, you know why they didn't take you? Why they didn't hold you with all your nigger friends? I said, me ain't no Baba. He said, I tell Williams, I have use for you. What he told me, I told Williams, I have use for he, so don't touch he. He said, that is why you here now talking to me. And I watching the gun and I can't say nothing. But there we are. But before he could have used me, and I tell you what he wanted to use me, what the purpose was, to edit an Indian paper with Indian things and so on. Everybody say you're the right and thing, and you're a good journalist. So he had me for that purpose, but then he passed on before he could use me. So I got away. But that's the kind of atmosphere we were in at that time. But the marches, the march to Caroni was very successful, tremendous enthusiasm, which is what told that duo, Bades and Williams, we can't let them come into Port of Spain. we can't let so that's why the Port of Spain March was stopped.